Welcome to ConciergeQ Conversations with Chantal Westerman.
Hi there, I'm Chantal Westerman with the ConciergeQ Conversation, and today we'll be speaking with Lynn Mason-Pattnosh. Lynn is a very special guest this morning because she actually created the Concierge Questionnaire. She was literally born into the tourism industry. Her family owned and operated the Goldman Hotel in West Orange, New Jersey. And if you're sort of a history buff in that area, you might remember it was Pleasantdale, New Jersey. The resort hotel was the social center of the Orange Mountains from the 40s until the late 70s, just a short ride from New York City. And everybody loved it. She is, as I say, the publisher of the Concierge Questionnaire, and the way we like to describe it is it's a hip, informative, and fun travel magazine dedicated to providing really valuable travel answers from people who know. The Concierge Questionnaire presents business owners and employees, including, by the way, hotel concierges, and community members as the celebrity experts of their town or city. ConciergeQ also features Grammy Award winners, Olympians, iconic actors, lots of celebrated artists who I'll be talking to as they give you their travel tips. And with that, I welcome Lynn to the Concierge Conversation.
Hi, Chantal.
Hi, Lynn. So how did the idea come about? Were you sitting in a coffee shop somewhere with your husband, William, and you said, you know what we should do?
Well, it was a little bit about that because we live in Sun Valley, Idaho, and it's a tourist community. It did come about a bit by people coming up to us just in the street and say, hey, do you know where we can get a great sandwich? Or where's a really great coffee place around here? So we felt like we were the ambassadors for Sun Valley, Idaho. And it was a bit of that. The other part was I was writing for an online magazine, and my editor said, hey, what do you want to do? I said, well, I love the glossy travel magazines, but what I really want to do is create something more visceral online, more like Anthony Bourdain kind of feel.
Yes.
So I created these questions based on the Proust questionnaire, and they touch on more of the five senses when it comes to travel. Not just where's your favorite restaurant or where's a great place for a hike, but emotional responses, I feel.
Speaking of emotional, the question that I love best on the questionnaire is, what is the most emotional, spiritual place in your city or town? The answers we're getting from that is they just stagger the imagination. There's so many great answers. What put that in your brain to put that question in there?
I think that coming from an artistic background and dealing with artists and spiritual people, that I wanted to know what place that they find most peaceful. That's really what it's about, where you find the most peace. And I tried to make it universal in terms of reaching someone who may not be from a religious background. So I equate creativity with spirituality.
I love that because, a lot of people when they travel, they are looking for excitement and adrenaline rush, but that kind of thing. But I think today, in today's world, really, people are seekers. They are looking for peace on some level.
Definitely. That's your answer on your question as well.
That's right.
And when you think of the issues happening, especially in Cairo right now, and how people are not able to travel to these extremely spiritual places like the pyramid, it's not just about all the work that was put into it, but it's about the feeling that you get when you actually are able to go to the pyramids and see them for the first time, and that excitement.
Another thing that I love and people who I've talked to really, really love about ConciergeQ is that they realize they're getting answers not from PR people who are paid to say, go to such and such place, but the locals who go there every day. Like, for example, one of my questions was the Rolling and Dough Bakery. It's such a tiny, tiny, tiny little bakery in Ketchum that you might not ordinarily find, but the croissants are better than Paris. So
absolutely, and I agree with that. I agree with that statement, but you might not find that if you read the New York Times, and I love the New York Times. And I love all their coverage of Sun Valley, and I love Condé Nast, and I think there's just a lot of different ways in terms of travel and information that is available, and these little kind of nuances that might go through the cracks. It's great that you can find that from a local. Now, I must say, we do have PR people that do the questionnaire. However, these PR people are also locals.
Right.
So, usually these are people that are talking about their hotels. and that's fine. But they're still offering a perspective, and they actually, I think, do some of the best questionnaires because they're really passionate about what they're doing, and they're exposed to something new. Again, it's not. We're not giving the same information as a regular travel magazine. It's very personal.
For people hearing our conversation right now for the first time, let's talk a little bit about how far ConciergeQ travels. It's not just the United States. It's not just Idaho. It's not just California. How far do we travel?
We travel everywhere. We're excited to go into space. We can't wait till we get our first space questionnaire.
I'd love that.
So everyone gets the same 10 questions, whether you're in Paris or you're in Milan or you're in Mexico City or you're going to the moon. And we bring that local perspective for that area.
And we'll go to Europe because a lot of people are talking about Europe and Paris. People ask me all the time for little boutique hotels. They're not interested so much in the big ones, I find.
Well, we definitely have there's a lot of interesting things happening in hospitality, but the growth of the hotel industry, even with this difficult time, pretty much internationally, the hotel market is growing, and especially in the boutique area. We have a plethora of boutique hotels and also boutique hotel operations that run these type of hotels. And there will be many more coming up.
And then we've got wonderful hotels that are big hotel lines that still have that wonderful personal touch, like the Fairmont hotels.
Absolutely.
I'm crazy about the Fairmont hotels.
We love the Fairmont hotels. We love everything about Fairmont and their services. We love their dog mascots.
Right. Yeah, we should say right here that this isn't a plug for Fairmont. We just happen to really love the Fairmont hotels.
Absolutely.
It's just such a great line.
And you'll be interviewing a concierge shortly.
Oh, I will?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. You see, ladies and gentlemen, I get my assignments right here first. You're hearing it, and I do love that. What is your dream for ConciergeQ? How far can you go? I don't mean just in terms of travel, but in terms of what we can offer people who go to ConciergeQ.com.
Well, the way I see us growing is pretty much all encompassing. With little videos, we're going to expand to more articles, travel articles. We're going to be able to hear music because one of our questions involves your favorite sound or song from your hometown. And it's going to be a sensory experience.
Well, that's a great thing for me because I am a big music fan, and I'd love to know when I'm going to, let's say I'm going to Paris. Let's just say I'm going to Paris, okay? Let's say,
both go.
Okay, let's say we're going to
when
Paris.
Are we going?
Let's go Friday. And we want to hear the new Edith Piaf, that kind of thing. Will we get information from people who say, here's somebody to watch for in Paris, in Belgium, in London?
Definitely. And I think that's one of the things that we really support and we get really excited about is when we can feature either a local artist that everybody loves. In this valley, we have The Cow Says Moo that people are really excited about. Or we can also tip our hat to painters or local chefs or whatever's happening locally. So definitely, we love supporting the arts.
So then we'll be doing more videos. Like people can go to ConciergeQ.com and see a video of a chef in any country. Let's just say Spain. Let's say Barcelona, whipping up some tapas.
Definitely, and you'll be there interviewing him at the same time.
Oh, I can't wait for that. I think that's exciting.
I think also we're going to offer little peeks into the questionnaire. So I believe it's Hotel Max in Portland shared that their favorite thing is that zoo bombing. Which is this thing.
Zoo bombing?
Yes, zoo bombing.
Okay, this is new for me, ladies and gentlemen.
It's apparently something that cyclists do in Portland, and they go down, I hope I'm explaining this correctly, they go down the hill near the Portland Zoo, which is apparently quite steep, and they do it at night. So a a description, a text description is fine, but we're going to offer a little peep, a little video into that world.
Oh, that's great. That's great. People will love that.
Yes, as long as we don't have to do it.
Yeah, I don't want to do it.
No.
I want to watch.
Yes.
Can you describe in a sentence or two how we are different from...
Well, we're different because we're presenting travel answers from locals who know. And it's not only travel answers, but it's also the feeling of their community. Hopefully they have a feeling of pride, like we both do about Sun Valley, this beautiful mountain town we live in. But I think it's more than that because, I mean, definitely if you go to Nashville, we have a lot of country singers in Nashville that have taken the cue. Pam Tillis, Cherry Holmes, the bluegrass group, their family. They've had several Grammy nominations. So I think that the people that take the cue in that community reflect the community as well.
I love romance. I think a lot of people love romance. I hope down the line we'll be doing specials, if you will, since we'll be doing videos and a week of where to go for the most romantic place.
I like that idea.
Isn't that a great idea?
That's a great idea.
I mean, we can have themes, don't you think?
Sure, absolutely, definitely.
I love that our audience, this is why we're different actually, because our audience is now getting to hear us plan.
Right.
Plan the cue.
We're just all about exposure here, so we're open ended and
yes.
You know, just come talk to us. We'll tell you exactly what's going on at Concierge Questionnaire.
Well, they'll be a part of it because the locals will be suggesting. Somebody has heard me say that, and they'll say, "I know the most romantic place in the world in Seattle, Washington."
That's true. I like Lake Tahoe.
Yes.
I think it's so beautiful there. I'm talking about romance. So
yes, of course.
Not that it's not romantic here in Sun Valley.
Yes. Do you remember how I described Sun Valley?
The Chronicles of Narnia.
Yes. Do you remember that
Definitely.
movie? I hope a lot of our listeners remember the movie. It was such a wonderful movie, but it's like living in a snow globe here.
It is like living in a snow globe.
Just as a little plug for Sun Valley. Well, all right. Thank you so much, Lynn. Thank you so much for, first of all, creating this, having the brain and the heart and the love to create this. And may we travel long and may we travel well.
Hear, hear. Thank you, Chantal. That was really fun.
Good.